cats. When I get older, I want as many cats as possible. I don't really get how people like dogs more than cats. In the same light, I'm sure there are people who think I'm crazy that I love cats so much. No matter how much I like cats and my friends like dogs, I can still accept my friends who like dogs and don't understand me, and I hope they can accept me too. There are people who love cats. There are people who love dogs. There are men who love women and women who love men. There are men who love men and women who love women. Is it fair in our country for dog lovers to have privileges and rights? Is it fair for only heterosexual couples to have privileges and rights? Many people base their oppositions for same-sex marriage and religious viewpoints that marriage should be between a man and a woman. The problem with that is that we live in the United States, where the First Amendment of our Constitution states that we have the freedom to choose our religion and religious viewpoint. Even if someone religiously believes that gay marriage is wrong, that does not give him or her the right to force others into their belief system. Just like I cannot force someone to like cats. I am a Christian, and I believe that God created gays and lesbians and that they should have the same rights as straight couples. People in our society should not be denied certain benefits simply because of the color of their skin or sexual orientation. Not only is it immoral to discriminate based on sexual orientation, it is flat out unconstitutional. The 14th Amendment to the Constitution states in Section 1 that no state shall enforce the law that infringes on privileges of the citizens of the United States. Marriage is certainly a privilege, if not a right. So denying this to a certain group of people is directly against what our Constitution says. Also, our Constitution says that we are guaranteed life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Legalizing same-sex marriage would create a great deal of happiness for the same-sex couples. For those who argue that the purpose of marriage is to raise a family, this is what I have to say. Today, there are so many different types of family. Single-parent families, blended families, multi-generational families. There are also so many different ways to make up families. Biologically, adoption, foster parenting, and there are so many children in the world who need families. All of these are successful ways for both heterosexual and homosexual couples to raise a family. Love is grounds enough for marriage. It doesn't matter if it's love between same-sex or opposite-sex couples. Marriage is a civil right and should not have restrictions to only people of a certain sexual orientation. My question is, how can love ever be wrong? Do we really have too much love in the world? It's ridiculous to suggest that we should limit our love in our country and put rules and restrictions on it. I really believe that not supporting legalization of same-sex marriage will eventually go by the same way the women's right to vote and the segregation of schools did. It is only a matter of time until our cultures realize that by limiting gays and lesbians' right to marry, we are acting like cavemen. We will get there. In the meantime, let's open our minds, and even if we can't understand how someone could like cats, how someone could want to marry the same sex, let's just embrace each other's individuality and the constitutional rights of freedom of choice.